Congratulations on your successful draw on the late season Centennial Cone Big Game Hunt. My name is Ben Stanley, Ranger Lead, and I'll be walking you through the required information needed to participate in the hunt and ensure that you'll have a safe and successful experience. All eligible hunters will receive a packet containing vital information for park access, as well as regulations which will need to be followed. Inside the packet, you'll find a congratulatory letter, a list of rules and regulations, a hang tag for your vehicle, rest days, safety zone map, alternating use schedule, and an on-person access card. Vehicle hang tags must be clearly displayed at all times while parked on the property, or you risk receiving a summons. Upon each arrival and departure from the park, you are required to fill out the hunter registration form located at the north and west parking lots in the brown metal pedestal. No access is allowed from the Mayhem Gulch Trailhead. Please fill out the form legibly, and if you are accompanied by a hunting partner who has driven a separate vehicle, please make sure to note that on the form, or they do risk receiving a summons. In your packet, you will find a calendar for December and January noting the designated rest days. There is absolutely no entry into the park for any reason on these days. To ensure the safety of neighboring property owners, we have delineated a safety zone that is strictly enforced. While inside of the safety zone, there may not be a round in the chamber of your firearm. Once you have entered the hunting zone, you may advance around into the chamber. There is absolutely no shooting from the safety zone. No shots may be taken on a target in the safety zone from the hunting zone, and all applicable CPW rules for safe firearm discharge do apply. There is an in-holding of private property at the northern section of the park encompassing a portion of Elk Range Trail. No hunting is allowed on this property, and shots may not be taken onto this property. If you see any unmarked vehicles driving on Elk Range Trail, assume that they have permission and are associated with this property. If scouting the property before December 1st, you need to be aware of the alternating use schedule enforced at the park. Even-numbered weekend days are biker only, meaning you may not enter the park on foot. Odd-numbered weekend days are hiker and equestrian only, meaning you are only allowed to enter the park on foot or on horseback. Monday through Friday is mixed use with no special management overlay. While scouting the park prior to hunting season, no open carry of firearms is allowed. When approaching the park, you will find a ranch gate that is closed and locked with a combination lock. Inside of your hunter packet, you will find the combination as well as instructions on how to access the park. Make sure to carefully line up the numbers, depress the gate of the lock with your fingers, and it will open up. Please drive through and relock the gate as you found it. Under no circumstances will you alter or damage the gate if the lock is not working. Also, you may not drive around the gate. Either one of these violations will result in a citation. If you are unable to open the gate for any reason, you should park outside the gate, display your hang tag, and enter the park on foot. There are 3 things you need to have on you at all times while actively hunting at Centennial Cone. Your state-issued identification with photo. This can be a driver's license, identification card, or passport. Your signed Colorado Parks and Wildlife big game license for cow, elk, or either sex deer. Also your Jefferson County open space on-person access permit. Failure to produce any of these items when requested by a ranger or CPW officer will result in a citation. Hunters and their companions are required to wear 500 square inches of solid blaze orange or fluorescent pink attire, visible from any angle. This does not include blaze camouflage patterns. If successful, we expect that game retrieval will be accomplished via backpack, horseback, or wheeled litter. No motorized vehicles are allowed at any time on park property, with the exception of Class 1 e-bikes. Game must be field dressed and retrieved in accordance with CPW regulations. Upon locating a downed animal, be sure to notch your carcass tag and attach to the animal as soon as possible. When field dressing, ensure that evidence of sex is preserved and attached to the animal that you are removing. Be prepared to show your carcass tag, harvest, and identification to any ranger or CPW officer. Colorado Parks and Wildlife encourages all deer and elk harvested in GMU 38 be submitted for chronic wasting disease testing. On a rotating basis, CPW requires animals harvested from certain GMUs to be submitted for testing. Before each season, check the big game brochure to see if GMU 38 is included for that year. This is a vital program intended to stop the spread of this destructive disease, and your participation is encouraged as part of the privilege to hunt this property. The park is open from 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. If your retrieval will take you out past 6:30 p.m., we expect that you call the Jefferson County non-emergency number to inform rangers that you will be on park property after hours. All CPW designated shooting times do apply. Only CPW licenses with L2 in the hunt code are valid at Centennial Cone. Any additional GMU 38 licenses may not be used at Centennial Cone unless it is an L2 license. There is no small game, waterfowl, turkey, trapping, or fur bearer hunting allowed at Centennial Cone. We are dedicated to providing a safe and enjoyable hunting experience at Centennial Cone Park. Failure to comply with any of the previously mentioned guidelines or violation of any open space regulation or CPW rules will result in a citation and loss of hunting access. If you have a specific question, feel free to call Jefferson County Park Rangers at 303-271-5938. Best of luck, be safe, and thank you for promoting sustainable wildlife management in Jefferson County.